is Erin Bird here, and I am super excited today because I am here with one of my clients, and we are going to talk about her journey on this mobile road and why she decided to go this route, where she was at, and kind of how far she's come in such a short amount of time. And before we even jump in there, I was just talking to her and I'm super excited because the results that she's getting are just changing her life, which obviously makes my heart super happy. But if you're new to our group here, I am Erin Bird and I am a dance studio strategist. I work with dance studio owners and teachers who are ready to take the leap and start their own mobile program, get their classes out in the community in a bigger way, and go out to daycares and preschools and after school programs and senior centers. Get yourself out there in a bigger, better way. So I'm Erin Bird and we are going to get this party started. So I'm going to, let me get in here and get my friend, Miss Brianna Hickman. Hello there, my dear. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hello. So I am super excited for us to share with our group your story, because you're doing really amazing things in such a short amount of time. And so I'm going to turn it over to you so you can actually introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are, and then we can have a little chat. So let me turn it over to you and you can introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Brianna Hickman, and I have a mobile program in West Virginia, and the name of my company is ABC Dance.
Awesome. So awesome. So let's talk about this. So number one, where were you before we met? Like, where were you? What was give us a little bit of your backstory. What is that all about?
Well, not this September, but last September, I made a decision I was working a desk job full time and teaching dance in the evenings. And I made a decision that my desk job was no longer bringing me joy. So I decided I'm going to teach full time. Mm-hmm. And I thought, at that point, I was thinking of my mobile program as sort of like the monetary support for my that quickly changed because I found that I really, really loved doing that. Season last year, I was not pulling in as much revenue, and per head I was charging per class, which was foolish. But I saw Erin on a live video with a trench of discovery, and she all my business went, and it completely changed how I've approached this program. And now this is what I want to do, and I'm still teaching in the evenings, but this is my focus. So it's completely changed.
Awesome. Yeah. So, truth be told, a lot of my clients that I work with either one have a full-time day job and they are like sucking the soul out of them. Like, it's not bringing them joy. It's really kind of crushing their spirit in a way, to be truthful. And so, this story resonates over and over again. And again, I was there too at one point. I was working in corporate America. I was a director of HR for a huge hotel chain, and it just wasn't bringing me the joy that dance has always brought me. Right. And so I made that decision too. So your story kind of mirrors in a way mine. And so I think that's really great how we could connect, because I know what you went through. Like, I know, okay, there's got to be a change. Right. And so I'm glad that you made the point that you started to do this mobile thing. Right. And although it was bringing you joy, it wasn't bringing you the financials that you needed, because you didn't really have the perfect strategy in place. Right.
Right.
So I'm so glad that when you saw us on a live, right, and you decided that you needed to come to the workshop because hopefully it would give you clarity and help you kind of move forward. And so let's fast forward just a little bit. So you saw that live and you came to Atlanta. You
I did.
flew on over to Atlanta and you came to the 100K Preschool Dance Blueprint Workshop, which I am so glad that you came because I'm watching your journey unfold and it is absolutely amazing. It's amazing. And so let's talk about that. So you came in the spring. It was March. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think. I'm like, yes, I believe it was in March. And so that's when we had our last one in Atlanta. And so since then, let's talk about your journey.
Okay.
So you came to the workshop, you learned all the steps, all the strategies. I gave you lots of info, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you feel like?
It was overwhelming at first, but it was amazing. I had so much food for thought.
It's one of those things that sometimes it can be overwhelming, right? And
Yeah.
so I know that during the workshop, it's 2 days where we're fully immersed and it can be a little overwhelming, right? Like your brain's thinking on triple time, not even double time, triple time of like, oh my goodness. But you were able to walk away and start implementing.
Yeah.
Right.
Right away, as
So
soon as I went home.
as soon as you went home. So as soon as you went home, so that let's just say April, because I think it was the end of March. So April today, tell us where you're at since then.
I completely just so my goal was to enroll 100 students in my program, and so far I have 40. We started classes about the middle of August, I would say, and I am making about 7 times more per month than I was before. So it's made a huge
No, she
difference.
just said 7 times more per month.
Yeah.
7 times more, y'all. It's from April when she left the workshop to now. She is making 7 times more a month. I mean, to me, and that in itself, I think is a huge game changer. And she hasn't even reached her goal yet, right? You haven't even reached you're about halfway there, right? You're getting close. But y'all, that's in itself, I think, amazing. So, and she is still, you guys, she's booking more schools. She's continuing to enroll students. So she is on her way and she will absolutely make her 100 mark. I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to be for her. So let's talk about that real quick. So when you get to that 100, what are you going to do? What's your game plan?
Once I get to 100, I think I would like to consider maybe hiring some help. But when I get to 100, like, I'm gonna celebrate. That's gonna be amazing.
We will celebrate big for sure. And that I do say we do celebrate, right? We do. Yes.
Yes.
I am all about celebrating along the way. Yes, absolutely. So if you're joining us here, sorry, real quick, let us know that you're here. Say hello. Even if you come back on the replay, I know some people reached out to us and let us know that they were going to be teaching during this time, working, that sort of thing, but they really wanted to be able to watch the replay. So if you come in on the replay, let us know that as well. Okay, so 7 times. I'm still over here thinking about 7 times the monthly revenue. Like that in itself is just making me continue to think, but that's absolutely amazing. So you went ahead and you're pushing forward. You're doing big things, and so do you see this becoming, I know you want to hire some help when you hit to the 100. Now, for you, are you eventually not wanting to teach at other studios? Are you eventually, what's your I know it's hard because some of us that part brings us such joy that it's like, okay,
really
I'm never going to
does.
lose that, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to know your specific, or I want people to know everybody's goals are different and that's okay. So what is your big goal? Do you want to continue teaching? Do you want to just be able to take more vacations? I mean, what is it that you,
Well, I would love to
what
be
is it that you
able
want to do?
I would love to be able to travel more. I still enjoy teaching in the evenings. That still brings me a great deal of joy. So right now I don't have any plans to not do that. But I would like to be able to take summers off
Mm-hmm.
and do some traveling and just, I love to garden. I
Mm-hmm.
That's my jam in the summer, is to just garden and have a lot of fun with that.
That's
So
awesome.
that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And that's, I love to
Yeah.
share that because it doesn't have to be one or the other, right? Like it doesn't have to be, oh, I can only do mobile, or oh, I can only teach in the studio, or I can only do XYZ, right? I think it's super important for us. And I think one of the exercises we do right when you get to the workshop is we talk about the vision of your life. And what does that look like? And every single person's is different in that room, and that's okay. That's a beautiful thing, actually. And what's really important about this to me really is that we work together to really create that vision, and then let's reverse engineer and make a game plan so it
Mm-hmm.
aligns, right? And so I think that's really important for us to share, because a lot of times we have this passion for dance, and for what we do. And sometimes we kind of flip it. We have our passion, and then our life gets kind of second, instead of our life being first and our passion second, right? So I think it's really important that we make them have a healthy marriage together, right? And so they all align. Um, so I'm super excited about that. So I wanted to talk real quick about like takeaways, things that you think are
Mm-hmm.
important for people to know that you've learned along this path, because it's not always a straight line. That's number one. I want to remind people it's not always a straight line, and we have certain expectations that we set for ourselves that may not align with really what we should be doing. So, what are your takeaways?
I think my first takeaway is that, ooh,
Oh, my word.
it's okay. I thought it was going to be my dog.
Oh, never ends, y'all. You guys, you know me, I am as real as it gets. And of course, the gardener decides to come right now, which sets my dog off. He's like, "You're in my yard." But here we are. This is what we do. And this is real life. And you know what? It's okay, because guess what? This is my life. Number one, I created where I could be home. I have a business that's running, and a dog that could bark at the gardener while I'm here working, right? So you know what? That's my vision, y'all. So hopefully we can contain him. So going back, let's circle back real quick, y'all. Whether it's, and here's the thing, guys. Sometimes, we have this thing that, oh, everything has to be perfect. And the truth is, nothing is ever going to be perfect. Like, I am not one to be like, let's hide my kid. My kids sometimes are running around like crazy people, and that's okay, because that's what I created for myself. That was the vision for my family, to be able to be home with my kids, to be like, to do all those things. And this business has served that vision. So, yes, we have my dog going a little crazy at first, and that's okay. But let's circle back to, oh Lord, y'all. Here we go. It is what it is. But I might have to be. No. So we're on. And I even tried, I'm like, maybe if I mute it, no one can hear him barking. Not so much. Okay. So, anywho, I'm moving things, I'm shaking things. Okay. Takeaways, Brianna.
Yeah.
Takeaways. What are your
I think,
takeaways on this journey so far? Because I think that's really important. Everybody has different ahas and different takeaways, and so I want to make sure that we chat about those.
yeah. I think my first takeaway was, so when I left the workshop, there was a lot of information, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a little overwhelming. But there are bite-sized chunks that you can do, and if you just proceed with each bite-sized chunk, it is so easy. I mean, you work for sure, but it's manageable, and you can really see your progress, and you can really see things starting to like unfold for your
Mhm.
business and stuff. So that was my first takeaway. And my second was to follow the process and be patient with the results, which is something I struggle with sometimes. So the patience is important because it will work out for you. You just need to follow the process and trust that it will bring you results.
And it's hard. We all,
Mhm.
we're like, I'm ready for this to happen right now, right? Like
Yeah,
I'm ready for it, right? And we have to, one, yes, trust the process. But the other part of that is follow the process.
right.
So, so if we don't follow the process, then we cannot expect to get those same results. Y'all,
Exactly.
like this guy, like this dog, Boomer. He's protecting me. I can't be mad. He's protecting me, right? Like I can't be mad. One up. I'm like, I'm even gonna let him up here on the couch, which is he takes up half the couch. Anyway, okay, so yes, follow the process, but trust the process too, and know that it will work, right? It worked for me. It's worked for Brianna. It's worked for my other clients. You just got to follow the process and trust the process, and it's going to be peaks and valleys. Don't you think there's going to be weeks where you
Yeah,
feel like elated on the top of the mountain? You've like climbed and you've reached the top of Mount Shasta, and then all of a sudden you're like the next week, nothing's working, right?
yeah,
Sometimes you feel like that, right?
for sure. I had a week like that, like a valley week the other week, but this week I'm feeling like things are going. I'm moving and grooving. Like this is amazing. But yes, there are peaks and valleys.
There are definitely peaks and valleys. There are definitely peaks and valleys. And that is all part of, well, one, just being a business owner, whether we're
Right.
a dance studio owner, whether you own a photography company, whatever, it doesn't matter what business, there are going to be peaks and valleys in that business. And there's going to be highs and there's going to be lows. And that is all part of it. But the actual results, the actual wins are huge wins, right? And so I'm super excited that you shared that because, a lot of people can relate to that. They feel like it's just not happening fast enough, right?
Yeah.
But it is. And one of the things that I do with my clients, you guys, I'm going to share with you is that we actually track our progress. And when you go back and look at where you started, like Brianna did, she went back and she goes, oh my goodness, I am making, since the beginning, because we track our results, since the beginning, I'm making 7 times the amount of money that I was making when I started. That's huge. Even though you feel like this week it might be, oh, nothing's working. It's working. You're making 7 times what you were making, right? So
Yeah,
it's going back
for
and
sure.
reminding yourself of that and seeing all of those little small baby steps, all those little actions have now turned into this giant, beautiful leap, right? Now it's like, oh, it's beautiful. So it's just like when we teach our students. So I'm super excited that you decided to share that. I'm going to jump over to me real quick, if you don't mind, Brianna.
Sure.
I'm going to jump over, and I wanted to let everybody know that the next 100K preschool dance blueprint workshop is actually 1 month away, y'all. Like I just looked at the date, and I'm like, I'm going to be there in 30 days, right? Which is super exciting. We have a great group of studio owners and teachers who are joining us already. But if you have not gotten your seat, there is still space. And I can tell you that it is, or I can have Brianna tell you because it doesn't come from me. Brianna, I want you to just describe real quick to them. I switched it over to you, but I want
Okay.
you to describe to them like your experience there at the workshop versus maybe other things that you've attended, other conferences, other workshops. What do you, and I want, whether you think they're good, they're bad, I want you to share your personal experience. So you tell them about the workshop and how you feel about it. Put you on the spot.
Sure. Yeah, I think it was jam packed full of information, activities. You get to talk with Aaron one on one. You get to talk with all kinds of other studio owners and teachers. I learned so much, not just from Aaron, but from everyone else there. It was unbelievable, unbelievable. One of the best workshops I've ever attended, hands down.
Oh, Oh, thank you. Yay. And here's the thing. The other thing that I think is super important and that I am very purposeful about is that it's a small group.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small group. It's not 700, like we've all been to the conferences, the conventions that are 500 people, 700 people, which are amazing and fantastic. And they serve a great purpose, but there's something else. And what I really love is having a small kind of intimate group where really we can take the time to really support each other, number one, and all your questions can get answered. I don't, it's a lot of information, but I don't feel like it leaves this room to you walk out of the room, you're like, well, I got some info, but I don't know what to do with it. Right? I feel like you definitely, by limiting the size of the room and how many people attend, it really keeps it a special space, right? And yeah, so I love that, and I'm really, I'm really strict about, okay, this is how many spaces that I have that I'm going to sell, and I'm not going to go to a bigger room just for the sake of having more people there. That makes sense. So, it's a small intimate group, but if you have not gotten your ticket yet, Brianna, what do you think? Should they go and grab one?
Yes, for sure.
Yes, please. So, yes. So the 100K Preschool Dance Blueprint Workshop, it is October 19th and 20th. So 1 month away. You can still get your tickets. There are a few spots left. And we actually even have our bonus bring a friend option. So if it's always fun to come with somebody that you know too. So we have our bonus for our bring a friend option. I will also add in here in the comments where you can get your tickets. It's at aaronberg.com. And you click on the workshop and you can get your more information there, and also grab your ticket and even a bonus bring a friend if you wanted to bring a friend. And we have, we took care of, we got great rates at our hotel rooms for you guys. We have free shuttle from the airport. Lunches are on me. So it is a great time. And really, you guys, you need to be there. Why wait? Why leave money on the table? Why, right, Brianna? Why leave money on the table?
Exactly.
It's so funny because sometimes it's like, oh, well, I've got this going on. I'll try again and, later on, or I'll do it again. And then I've done that. And then I stopped and did the math. I'm like, gosh, I just left $50,000 on the table because I didn't take action. That would be sad. I don't know. That's my thought. Right? That would be my thought. I don't want to leave 50,000 or 100,000 or 20,000, whatever your number is, right? I don't want to leave that money on the table because I thought I was too busy, or I thought I had, or I could wait. Oh, I'll do it then. Now it's not the right time. Well, sometimes when you tell yourself that, it's never the right time, right? It can be never the right time. There's always going to be something. So anywho, is there anything else before? Thank you, number one, for sharing kind of your journey. It's been an amazing journey to watch and to walk with you on this journey. And I'm so honored to be a part of it. And to see the things that you're doing just makes my heart sing, because I know that it is opening up so many new doors for you, and it is changing the trajectory of your life, right? It's changing the way that things are going for you, and so that is super special to me. So is there anything else that you want to share? She's like, I'm good. Okay, so you guys, thank you so much, Brianna, for coming on and chatting with us. I appreciate it. I look forward to continue watching you to grow and see you hit that 100 mark. I know that you've got it. And you guys, you can do that too. You can add 7 times your income, y'all, or more, right? You can add 100 new students. You just have to create your plans, your goals, and we'll make it happen for you. So I'm super excited. And the first step for a lot of you is going to be coming to the 100K Preschool Dance Blueprint Workshop, right? So that is the first step for a lot of my clients, is them just coming, investing the time and the money in themselves and getting in the room and spending a weekend with amazing people and learning everything that you need to know to go home and implement. right? So I'm super excited for your journey. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. And I'll see her tomorrow because she'll be on our call because we do a group call on Fridays, so we could celebrate. But I will see everybody else later on. If you have questions about the 100K Preschool Dance Blueprint Workshop, shoot me a message. I'm sure Brianna wouldn't mind if you shooted her a message either. I'm sure she would be willing to answer those. If you don't want to hear
sure.
me, if you want to hear the real deal, raw truth about it, like, then you can message her or any one of my peoples that has been there in the past with us. But thank you again so much for coming on and sharing your journey, because I love not only for myself, but for my tribe here, to see people walking in their journey and to see what their whys and to see how they relate to everybody, because each person's journey is special, but with the right tools, you can soar, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to leave everybody there. Have a fantastic day, y'all. Get your ticket for the 100K Preschool Dance Blueprint Workshop if you do not have yours yet. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.